Okay, so remember that for linear algebra, we have this equation that holds true. AX equals lambda x, where A is the matrix and X is an eigenvector and lambda is the eigenvalue that is associated with this eigenvector. So given what we have for this problem, we have two eigenvectors and two eigenvalues. Let's look at V1, lambda 1. And also while we're at it, why don't we let matrix A be called ABCD? Now let's plug in the first eigenvector, which is 1, -1 equals, and the eigenvalue, lambda 1, is 2 times, and again, we have 1, -1. So why don't we distribute? Let's multiply these two matrices. That'll be A minus B, and this will be C minus D. Go like that. Equals 2, -2. So here, the takeaway is that A minus B equals 2, and C minus D equals -2. Let's do this again for the other pair of eigenvector, eigenvalue. So we have A, B, C, D. And now the other eigenvector was 2, 1. And its eigenvalue was -3. Let's do the same thing. Let's multiply these. So that'd be 2A plus B, 2C plus D equals -6, -3. And from this, we take away that 2A plus B equals -6 and 2C plus D equals -3. Now, why don't we compare these two equations and these two equations? So if you look at the two equations that have A and B, we have A minus B equals 2, 2A plus B equals -6. I will allow you to solve that system. From it, you will discover that A is -4/3 and B is -10/3. In like fashion, we have the other pair of equations where C minus D equals -2 and 2C plus D equals -3. Solve that system to discover that C is -5/3 and D is 1/3. Again, I omitted the solving process because I know you can do that. So we have A, B, C, and D. So our matrix A has just been identified. It's -4/3, -10/3, -5/3, and 1/3. We can now proceed to the goal. So what exactly was the goal here? The goal was to find A times 3 times vector 1 minus vector 2. So let's just make some substitutions and we're finished. So we have matrix A, which is -4/3, -10/3, -5/3, and 1/3. Box that in. Times, then we have 3, parentheses, we have 3 times vector 1 was 1, -1. Subtraction, and then vector 2 was 2, 1. Close that door. So we have -4/3, -10/3, -5/3, and 1/3 times, that's 3 minus 2 is 1, -3 minus 1 is -4. And now just multiply this out. You know what you can actually do? I don't even think about this, but what you can do is you can take out a scalar of 1/3. And if you do that, you have -4, -10, -5, and 1. Do you have to do this? Of course not. But it makes the calculation process a little less unpleasant. So now if you multiply these and you distribute the 1/3, let's see what we get. So we have 1/3. And let's see, that's -4 plus 40 is 36. And -5 minus 4 is negative 9. So this becomes 12 and negative 3 for our final result.